guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and this is Ordinary Plant Girl. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video, and if you are returning, thank you so much for spending more of your time with me. You will be able to hear Jeff, one of our Nigerian pygmy goats, out there. He can hear me talking right now. It is a beautiful day. The doors and windows are open, and he can hear me, so he's talking to me right now. So please don't mind it if you hear him bleating every now and then. But like I said, today is a beautiful day, and because it's a beautiful day and I have the energy for it, it is going to be a propagation day. I have lots that I need to, not even necessarily, it's not all going to be propagation. I do have some plants that I just kind of need to trim back. But yeah, it's just going to be a cut 'em up day. So if that is something you are interested in, please stick around. Okay, so we have quite a few things that I want to propagate today. Today I do want to propagate my Ficus elastica, my rubber tree. I think it's time. It hasn't actually grown much. It grew this leaf here in the winter, but it hasn't done anything since then. And this growth point here is just sitting there being dormant. So you know what? I'm just gonna bite the bullet. I'm going to propagate it and we're gonna see what happens. I'm going to cut this back because it looks like trash right now because I completely forgot about it. I might move it someplace else. I'm not quite sure. I would still like to continue giving it high light. It needs to be taken care of. Same thing goes with this one. This one here, I'm just gonna give a little prune, maybe shape it a little bit so that it looks a little better, a little bit more compact, and it does have quite a bit of new growth. I might try propagating this. I actually did propagate some. They're still in water. They've probably been in water for I don't even know how long. I haven't checked them in forever. But yeah, maybe we'll propagate those. Okay, here in sort of the bad lighting situation again, my Monstera Sultapicana. I don't know why I try to do this during the day in this room because it's just ridiculous because of the light through this window. But I will be propagating this one. I might trim back this Wandering Dude, this Tradescantia. I'll probably chop that one back a little bit as well. My Syngonium Albo, if you saw my plant tour, this one, because it is so leggy, that is getting the chop. I'm going to propagate this Peperomia red stem, no ID, and I'm going to propagate this Peperomia scandens. It still looks pretty little. Because it's spring, I would like to give it as much growth as possible, so I'm going to cut that one back as well. It's just a hack 'em up day. Okay guys, so I have as many of the plants as I could on this table. I have put as many plants as I can on this table. I am just sanitizing my scissors. So some of these will be propagated in water. Some will be propagated in moss and possibly perlite. I do have much better success in moss, so now we get to do the fun stuff, which a couple of them are a little terrifying for me. So, what am I gonna start with? First, I'll start by tilting you down, I think, so that you can see the table and see what I am doing. Just like that. Okay, I have got this little container here just so that I can put the some of the pieces in so that they can dry out before I put them in water or moss. So since this one is right in front of me, we are going to start with the Peperomia scandens. I mainly just want to propagate this to try and make it a little bushier. I do think I'm only going to take one cut of this though, and it's just going to be, I don't know if you can see it, I'll zoom in. But it will just be, I think I'll just cut off this right here and propagate this top cutting. I'm not exactly sure, can you propagate Peperomias from leaf cuttings? I think you can, but I'm not going to worry about doing that right now. Right now I'm just going to cut off these ones right here. I don't want to cut the tiny little minute piece of petiole here because, or stem, whichever, I don't want to cut that because I don't think it'll have a very high survival rate. Not that I really know if this portion is going to have a high survival rate, but either way, it's going to encourage growth from other areas of the plant. So there we go. I just took that little cutting. You can see, I don't know if you can see it, but there is an itty bitty little growth point on there. So hopefully I will get a leaf that comes out of there. So I'm just gonna put that in my little container for now. It looks a little wonky, but I'm gonna leave it for now. And that one is done. You know what? I don't even think that has to dry out. I'm just gonna pop it in the, I'll do that all at the end. I'm getting ahead of myself. Next is going to be my Peperomia red stem, no ID. This one is more like a bit of an insurance cutting. I mean, it's growing really, really well. Really well. I have no complaints, but you never know. So I think I'm just gonna give this one a little cut right here. We'll put that in there. And then I'll take another little cut right here. But I think those two for now is all I want to take off of this one, and it will encourage new growth to come out of the base of the plant. So that is my goal. So there is that one. Okay, next I am going to, even though these were all propagated cuttings, I am going to propagate them again. So same thing goes with the Tradescantia. I'm just going to cut as close to this next leaf as I can. And take off just that little piece there. And these grow really, really quickly in moss. Really, really quickly. I could have new roots growing in a matter of days. The Tradescantias are so fast. That one. This is actually a really pretty one. And maybe I will just take this little piece here, and there we go, there's that one. I don't know what it's trying to focus on, but it is definitely not the plant. There we go. Put that in there. This is my Monstera siltepecana. So you can see that the internodal spacing on this one is long up to here, but then when you get down to the bottom, it's really, really short. I just want to give it a little bit of a haircut because I feel like it looks wonky just with this one long piece trailing down. Where should I cut this? Should I just cut off this like chunk here? You can see where I made a previous cut right here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just cut this off. I will cut this off right here. And yes, it's 2 cuts at the same junction, but I'm okay with that because I'm hoping that it will just prompt more growth out of the base. I'm not worried about the rest of that. And then I have all of this. So what we're gonna do is we are going to cut these into their individual nodes. Okay, so how well can you see this? This is just a really odd shaped piece. Really odd shaped. But we'll cut it right here. That was a really messy, squishy cut. Here, right here, here, here. I'm gonna leave this one because it has a tiny little aerial root right here, but then this part is so fresh that it might not survive if I cut it there. And look at that, and that was kind of silly because I cut it as a new leaf was coming out, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 leaf cuttings. And yeah, I'm gonna put those in there. So here is my Syngonium elbow. I'll turn you around to the good side. So here's my elbow. The top, whoops. The top looks fine. A little bit green on there, but the top looks fine. But the rest of it is super leggy. So we're going to take care of that today. Maybe I'll do the Ficus elastica first because that's going to be a little bit easier, I think, because I just have to make one cut of this and then that's it. My Syngonium is going to take more than that, but that's fine. Okay, so we have my Ficus elastica. I'm surprised that I've had this plant for 2+ years now. I don't know where I should cut this one. I'm a little terrified of it. Maybe I'll take 2 cuts. Because what I essentially want to do is make this a fuller plant. So, let's see, can you see what I'm looking at? Probably not, because I'm not paying attention. Okay, so let's turn you. So what I'm thinking is I will take a cut here. So I'll take the top cutting and then I'll take another cut here and have 2 propagations. I will be propagating these in water as well. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand up for this. All right, are we ready? So we'll take a cut right here. Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. And the nice white sap is coming out, and you don't want that to touch your skin because it will irritate it. So actually what I might do then is just kind of dab that off of there so that it doesn't touch my skin. I don't want that. And then I will take a cut right here. All right, so there we got it. I've got this cut right here, which is just dripping. And then I've got the top cutting right here as well. So I'm gonna let those dry a little bit before I put them in water. Well, that is that. This is my much shorter Ficus elastica. So I'm gonna put that over here. Now, oh, my Syngonium. I've had this plant for so long and it has performed so well. Oh, geez. So these top green ones, I do have, if you saw my plant tour, I do have a basket of just all green pieces of Syngonium. So maybe what I'll do is, okay, so can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Probably not. Okay. So I'm gonna take a cut right here. I'm not as worried about this one. I mean, it hurts me to do this off the mother plant, but I have taken quite a few propagations. Oh, that looks so messy. From this plant, like I have wet sticks that are propagating right now. So I'm okay. Plus I do have babies in the bottom of this that are currently growing in the pot. We're just cutting it all down. That's just where we're at now. So this is the variegated portion here though. And I'm just gonna cut this whole piece off here. So I cut the whole piece off. We're gonna angle you down so you can see my other cuts. I'm going to make a cut right there. So there's that one, such a pretty leaf. The internodal spacing for these ones is kind of close together, which is awesome. But at the same time, makes it really, really difficult to get in there. So then there is this leaf here. And I'm going to leave these top 2 leaves as is. Okay, can you see that? This one has an aerial root that actually grew down into the sheath, and I never actually thought about removing the sheath. Oh wow. Okay, so that's pretty cool actually. If you look, you can see how the aerial root traveled all the way down into the sheath and then it got stuck, so it started to curl out. It started to curl out on both sides. So that is pretty cool. And they're aerial roots from two different spots. I don't know what to do with this now. We're just gonna, oh, I can't get that there. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of unstick these two from over here, and we're gonna cut, and I'm gonna see what happens. Those roots are dried and dead, so we can leave that. Okay, so this is literally what I'm left with, and you know what? I'm okay with it. So there is that. All right, I'm gonna put those away and I'm gonna come back with my 2 Ficus benjaminas that I need to just trim up. Okay, so now I'm back with my Ficus benjaminas. They too will have a sap that runs out of them that is irritating to the skin, so you want to be careful. Okay, so my thing is I would like to shape this one a little bit so that it's just kind of a little bit more compact. So there's really going to be no rhyme or reason to, well, I'm just going to start cutting. Okay, so it's not pretty, but it's doable. And we'll see how it grows now that it's been cut up. So I'll take that. I know I watered this one not that long ago, but it feels really, really dry. Now this one here, this was just a mistake all the way around. It was my fault. Okay, so that is where we're at with this little guy. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a Charlie Brown tree. Maybe I should call you Charlie, because I have a mess on my table. See? This is just everything. What I'm going to do now is I will get rid of these little odds and ends. Oh! Okay. Just gonna push these out of the way. Those guys still need to dry, they're fine. Okay, so this is my Spagmoss prop box. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my little Tradescantias, find room for them, and just pop them right in there. And I've got this one too. Pop it nearby. These ones won't take very long before they are removed out of here. I mean, I literally give it maybe 2 weeks, if that. Pop that one down in there. I did say I was going to put my salted pecans in water, so here is the piece of Peperomia scandens that we were doing. Peperomia scandens. We're going to throw that right down there. And the 2 pieces of the red stem, no ID. I'm going to throw them in there. Probably just stick them in. I don't think that they will take long at all. Looking a little fully in here. Stick you in there and hope for the best. Oh, I guess I could put my elbow wet sticks in here. I could. You know what? I'm actually going to put them in something different. Because I don't remember what these are. Oh, whatever it is, it's rooted. Oh, yeah, that one's rooted. That one's rooted. No idea what they are. This is a piece of my Monstera subpinnata, which you can't see because I'm not looking at you. And it's finally got a growth point. So anyway, this is what this box is kind of looking like right now. And we are going to put the lid back on that, and I will put it under a grow light, and we will go from there. I do have 2 vessels of water here that have Super Thrive in them, and these are going to be for the Ficus elastica and the Syngonium elbow pieces. You know what? I changed my mind. We're going with Perlite. Since I'm waiting for these to dry and this already has Super Thrive in it, I'm just gonna water these in with this. Ooh, okay, that was a little bit too much. Okay, I'm gonna have to drain some of the water out of there. Okay, well, that's better. That's better, that's better. All right, well, that's what that is at the moment. When the time comes, I will just pop those in water. Okay, so I actually had to put the ficuses in a smaller vessel just because of how big these leaves are and stuff, but there we go. So there are the elbow cuttings, these are the ficus cuttings, and we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. All right, guys, that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And I hope you're all safe and well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.